No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. they'll try the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Bring in the heat. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. Got room on the... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season.
There he goes. Plows through the defense. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down coming up. To the air, it's Whitaker. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UNC. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Chubb. Turning it on. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Whitaker. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at him. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. using the quick game. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll move the tight end. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Oregon! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the 1st quarter.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the move, it's Walker. Got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Walker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Whitaker. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Ducks are marching down the field.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Chubb. Touchdown Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quick completion on the outbound. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Unloads quickly. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it! Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
The Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down. He came up a little short. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go!
On the option. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the point after is good. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To throw, it's Whitaker. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Walker. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
North Carolina, 14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Showing off the arm.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Touchdown Ducks! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
14.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Oh, maybe a double pass. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. On the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. The offense changing the play. He'll set up to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to run it. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires it down the seam. Grabs it inside the 15. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
North Carolina 14.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Whitaker. Moves around to clear up the vision. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Back in motion, try to clear the picture.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He wants to change this route. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. They'll run the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Might be calling a hot route. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys.
42 Spider.
Trying play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fires to the tight end. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Whitaker. He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Off the play fake. Going deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sends it back in motion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Looking to buy time. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Under fire. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period.
Come on, set.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay,
and the Tar Heels have this offense rolling.
Hornet, 29 Philly, 2-9 Philly. Man, tuna. Griffin.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It's a draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Now, a 4th down.
Clear.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Goes to the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They're working that left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Green 25.
Wants to go up top. To the end zone, and is picked off. Inside the 40. The 30. At the 20.
Man, that looked like that was going to be a 4-point swing, guys. He gets the interception. It looks like that's going to be a house call. Nice job by the offense, racing down the field and getting a tackle and preventing 2 points for the other team.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play...
Breaks into the open. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's a really nice job by this defense. 2nd down and super short, probably expecting some kind of run, but stayed disciplined, played the pass, did a great job in the secondary, got the sack, and made this 3rd down a lot more fun on their end.
Quick release by the QB. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Whitaker. Pulls it in. It's Chubb. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got an open man. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Rides the back and leaves it. Brought down inside the 15, mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a fourth down decision to be made by this offense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Southern Miss. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Rolls it in. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
To the air, it's Etienne. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
There's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win and can...
Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to barge in.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They'll decline the penalty here. The result of the play stands. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the